podcast. I am your host, Mark Sias, the Notary Ninja. Let's talk today about fidelity approval. That is FNTG, Fidelity National Title Group. Okay, so getting fidelity approved. It is this directly is kind of this elusive thing. Now, getting with signing services that are fidelity approved is pretty simple. Basically, what this is it's like an 11-page packet that you fill out. Now, when you fill out and sign one of those, you probably want to keep that on hand because every signing service that operates with fidelity is going to want that from you because you have to be appointed with each signing service individually. Now, getting directly with fidelity is a little more challenging these days. Never really used to be, but they have since coming up with BankServe, which is an app. It's a signing service, more or less, but is also an app that you can get for doing these different things, mainly for Chicago National Title. It is a little more difficult. It's kind of not really straightforward with getting with fidelity. So let me give you a backstory. Let me give you the importance of this. Now, I have said before that you don't even really need to be a signing agent to do signings for companies. Now, for small title companies that are underwriting for other title insurers, that's pretty much the case. That's true. Now, Fidelity is probably the largest title company in the world. So they only allow for their closings, they want notaries who are Fidelity approved, which, again, like I said, is mainly just filling out an application. Obviously, they're going to make sure you've got E&O, valid commission, a background screen, the usual stuff. But anyway, you basically need to be sponsored principally by a signing services where that's going to happen, and then to be direct with Fidelity where you can work with Fidelity title companies, you need to be sponsored by somebody from title and escrow to have that happen. And the rumor is like I said, since BankServe, they don't do that so much anymore. Now, I have been Fidelity approved since way back, so I don't even know exactly how. So I'm approved through all these different signing services, and then, of course, approved directly with them. Honestly, I think I just got in touch with somebody at the company, and it happened to work out that way. I don't really remember because there is a local Fidelity office here in New Smyrna that we do a lot with, and I don't know if it was with them a number of years ago. I don't know. Back in the beginning, I was pretty aggressive with everything and was just reaching out and sending all kinds of emails and stuff to people, and somehow got my foot in that door. Now, where conversely, Grace, while she's Fidelity approved with signing companies, she's not directly approved with them. So, is what it is. But so again, that process is kind of elusive. But I want to give you the importance of it, even with the signing services. So, like for example, just the other day, we were running appointments, and gosh, pretty good day. I mean, even before noon, we already had cleared about $500. So even before lunch break. But one of the last transactions before lunch that we had was a seller selling. He was selling his property in another state. I'm not going to tell you which state it was in, but they've had a lot of fires recently. So he's selling a property for close to $1 million, and this was the closing that I was coming in. I was meeting him at his work, which was a college, and well, he had of all this money and of all the fees, he had a hissy fit when he saw the notary fee of $150 for this, to close this transaction. Now, to be fair, he should have seen that settlement statement and those documents before I ever got there. He should have already known what his different transaction fees were. It's funny to me that you've got $30,000 in realtors commissions and $60,000 in state taxes that are, being held or being paid, and it was that $150 that put them over the edge. Now, for us, and I tell people this, and you certainly can too, listen, when I make an arrangement with a realtor or a title company directly, it's none of my business how they're paying that fee. If they're eating it, if the realtor's eating it, the title company is allocating that out of their closing services, or they're passing it on to their end customer, that's their business. That's not my business. My transaction was with that title company, and if they were going to pass that charge on to you, they should have disclosed that to you, not me. And that's the way you position yourself and hold yourself. Now, with customers who come to us in the community, sometimes the title company just gives them documents and says, go find a notary. Obviously, I'm upfront with them. This is going to be my fee for going through this. This isn't a simple transaction. This is a complicated transaction that's going to require, a skill level from the notary and understanding, so that it's not, so that it's done right. And so then it is, of course, I'm upfront with them about the pricing, and they do know what to expect. So, but nevertheless, he was pretty miffed about that fee, and actually canceled the appointment, which doesn't matter because I take retainers, right? So I'm getting paid no matter what. I'm getting paid for showing up no matter what, and which is what happened. And then he's just delaying the inevitable, and basically had to get schooled on the Fidelity process. He figured that just the free notary there at his school could come and do his documents, and why should he have to pay? Because he was under this misconception, the just a notary misconception, and had to get schooled that, listen, this is your title insurer is Fidelity National Title, and they don't allow any old notary to do their documents. And he basically needed the perspective. The perspective is that you get to be here at work in the state of Florida. You don't have to go to a satellite office, or you don't even have to leave the state, which is the way it could have had to be done, to sign documents. They get to come to you and do this, but because of that, there's stipulations in place. So he didn't see it that way. He saw it from a different perspective, which is neither here nor there. So, Fidelity approval. Like I said, I can't tell you exactly. I probably just cold emailed a bunch of people from Fidelity and asked for approval, and somebody turned over. That's probably what happened. I don't know. I don't remember. Or one of my local offices, after doing enough different transactions for them via a signing service, decided to go direct because they really liked us and they submitted it. I don't know how that happened. But like I said, these days is not so straightforward anymore, but doesn't mean that it can't happen. It's just a matter of looking for that opportunity. But it is important, because if you have Fidelity approval, obviously that gives you access to all of the closings that go under the umbrella of Fidelity National Title, who is an underwriter. So that is the story for today. Get Fidelity approved. Save those packets, guys. Save them. I tell people, get a notary folder on your computer. Get a file and keep your signing agent commissions insurance, your commission certificate, your ID, and a W-9, and this Fidelity packet. Keep all that stuff, and a resume. Keep all that in a notary folder, like a cache, like a little folder that is just your notary files, so that when you're going to signing services or you're going to title companies or whatever, you have that access to those documents all at your fingertips. You could even put them in like a Google Drive account so that you have them, mobilely if you need to. And if you need to just send them to a title company calls you out of the blue, which happens, and then they go, oh, hey, by the way, do you have this? Yeah, no problem. I can just get right into my Google Drive, download the file, send it over, or just share the file link with them. Just things that make it streamlined, make the whole process easier. So that is it for today. The mysterious Fidelity approval, kind of give you the background on it and who they are and what that's all about. It's really nothing more than paperwork, but it's who's sending that paperwork to Fidelity. Yep, that's it. Obviously, it is very good for your business if you can get independently approved for them, because then you will have you'll have the ability to get so much more title direct with that. All right, so that is it for today. The Notary Ninja is out. We'll see you next time.